Alright guys, welcome back to Strong Successful Male. So for today, going to go on an email that was sent from a subscriber. This is from a guy, he's 38 years old, and he's going to share his story about how when he was in his very early 20s, I'm guessing probably about 20 or 21, he hooked up with a girl who was actually a friend of his, and lo and behold, she got pregnant. And kid you not, 9 months later, she shows up at his door, drops off the baby, and completely disappears and pretty much off the face of the earth. And he is left, and this was his biological child, he finds out, raising the child. And even though he was a young guy, probably maybe 22 at that point, he still raised the son to be a very good guy, successful, driven, ambitious, and he's doing great himself, even though he had a major holdup to what he wanted in life. He was a man about it. He took care of this boy, raised him well and all that. And I'm doing this, guys, to show you just how, for us men, we challenge this, what makes us stronger. Okay, this wasn't the ideal situation for him, but he took responsibility because at the end of the day, this was his child. He had a paternity test. It was proven. And in spite of that, he kept doing the best he could. He got through the difficult time, obviously raising a child on his own, and made it happen. And raised the boy right and strong, doing well, to go for what he wants, to be successful. And this guy's doing the same thing for himself. And that's what masculine energy is all about, which is what I'm trying to help you guys to be the best you can be. Because in life, guys, as you're going to see here, we're going to have setbacks. We're going to have obstacles that are going to get in the way of our grandest goals. And we got to learn to roll with the punches and deal with them and keep persevering and moving forward for our goals and ambitions. I don't care what it is, guys, what you want to do in life, you're going to have setbacks. Mark my words. If you are young and you haven't had many setbacks and you're still just starting off in this world, trust me, they're going to happen. And you have to find a way to deal with them and move on. So many people, when there's any kind of holdups or setbacks or things that might derail their plans, they just throw their hands up in the air and give up and say, well, I guess it's not in the cards for me. I'm going to give up and just accept my lot in life. But others realize that shit happens. Sometimes you got to deal with it, and finding a way to deal with it and move on. And even if it takes you longer than you expected or planned to reach your goals or get where you want to be in life, they keep pushing forward to get where they want to be. And that's what this guy does. And that's what's cool about it. That's what I want all you guys to do, because I want guys to watch me here, aside from the entertainment and aside from learning things about the gals, also to always be on the path to bettering yourself, in a sense, being a strong, successful male. That's what I want. Doesn't mean you got to become so rich that you have your own private jet and your own yacht. Is that you're in a place that you're going after your goals, doing well for yourself, not let anybody having control of your lives. You're a master of your own destiny, physically good shape, taking care of yourself, doing well. That's it. And believe me, you just have that, you are way ahead of most of the people out there, because most people out there aren't even close to that. So, and also, guys, when I finish this story, I'm going to read a couple quick emails that people sent me thanking me for my work, my videos, one from a man and one from a woman. I thought it'd be a good thing to add at the end here, because it definitely helps out a lot of people, and I love to hear from you guys. So this guy's story starts off. He says, hello, SSM. I am a 38-year-old male. When I was younger, I made the mistake of chasing women and trying to always be genuinely nice. Being good to women is how I was raised. Well, brother, get in line, because that's pretty much how the most of us were raised, including me. And I learned. What it led to me was getting cheated on and taken advantage of, and I learned pretty quickly that that kind of guy is not what women want when they are in their 20s. Well, newsflash, that's not the kind of guy they want in their 30s or their 40s or 50s at all. They just settle for the nice guy when they get older, because they realize the guys they're really drawn to and attracted to and they desire, they're never going to be the guy they settle down with in the suburbs and have the big house and the white picket fence and raise the kids. They got to settle for the nice guy. And the nice guys, by the time they're in their 30s, they're more than happy to take these girls and figuring, I got my shot, finally. And it's like, no, you didn't. They're settling for you, dumbass. He says here, I slept with one of my good friends after a bad breakup with a girl I had truly loved, and my friend got pregnant. Once our son was born, she basically dropped the kid off and took off. Oh my God, that's terrible. Upon reading this the first time, I had to wonder, where'd she go? Was there any way to track her down? How about being somewhat responsible for finances and payments and taking care of this kid? If a guy did that and he was proven to be the biological father, his ass would be in trouble because he would owe support for the child. But, it's okay if she takes off. Having learned from my mistakes, I was smart enough to get a DNA test to make sure the kid was mine after I found out my friend was the ride the carousel type. Very smart that you checked. The kid was mine, and I've essentially spent the last 17 years raising him on my own. Damn, dude, that could not have been easy. You could have given him away. You could have taken different actions, but you chose to raise him because this was your child. I have a lot of respect for you for doing that because a lot of people just couldn't, and you were so young. That takes a lot of strength, brother. I had been going to college at the time, and I basically put that on hold to spend as much time I could working and being with my son to make up for the fact that his mom wasn't around. Bro, good for you, man. I'm sure there wasn't a day that went by that there wasn't some conflict or some stress and you wondering whether you made the right choice, but that's rare, bro. You're a good man. I had already obtained my license to be a pharmacist, though, through a program through my job working at Walgreens call center, where I was working as a pharmacy technician over the phone to try to support my son. Even though it was never my dream job, it has paid the bills, and I've been able to give my son all the good things he wants and needs in life. He is now a junior in high school and already has scholarship offers in the table because he's an honor student at one of the best high schools in our state. Awesome. That's because of you, sir. Because you set a good example of working hard, going for your goals, and in spite of challenges and setbacks, which you certainly had, you kept on going. You are a great role model to your boy. There needs to be more men out there like you. Best high schools in the state, honor roll, lots of scholarships, wonderful. You teach your son to keep pushing forward, going for his goals and ambitions, sky's the limit, what he can do. About a year into me raising him, I met my current girlfriend. We have been together ever since. That's a long time, dude. We haven't gotten married yet, and I don't know if we will. And she has stated over the years that being together and building together is what matters, not a piece of paper saying that we are together. Dude, that's rare. Most gals would be after 16 years, would be pushing you to get married probably after 2. So the fact that she helped raise your boy and made things easier for you, and she's supportive and she's not pushing you to get married, that's rare. Guys, there are gals out there that are cool. It's just becoming more and more rare nowadays. We all have to still pay attention to the red flags and, pay attention to all those things, as I always tell you, and I tell this to the same guy here, listen to your gut, something seems off. But on occasion, there are some good ones there. And if you got a good one, and she's been proven through her actions, not her words, her actions, of being loyal, being supportive, helping out, and of course she takes care of herself physically, keeps herself thin, in shape, she's fun in the bedroom, supports you and your goals, well, that's a good one. Doesn't mean you got to marry them, though. And if she doesn't want to get married or doesn't care about it, I would suggest not getting married. Why should you mess something up? He says, she was there for me when I basically had nothing and has encouraged me to go for my goals because I had the potential to be great. Cool. She's supportive. And yes, I know, before you all say, because she wants to benefit from the resources, yeah, they do that, but also there are some that actually see you have a lot of potential and want to help you. So I know I can trust her. The best thing is she doesn't have any masculine energy like a lot of women do these days. She is very feminine, just like she was when we first met. Sometimes that wears off when a woman gets comfortable, but not with her. She's old school. She's a unicorn. She's feminine. Guys, you all know darn well how rare it is nowadays, thanks to the movement, as I call it, that's been conditioning the gals to embrace their masculine side, finding a truly feminine girl is. And truly feminine women have old traits that we all desire. He says, now I'm working towards my master's degree in cybersecurity at GCU. 70 of my credits have transferred from my previous work at junior college, so I essentially will finish the program within the next year. I've already been getting my foot in the door with IT companies and have a good chance to make 6 figures right after I graduate. Sweet, bro. That's awesome. I hope you get a job working for a major company, maybe one of the big boys that everybody knows about, and you might one day have stock options. That will certainly help your situation. Working with computers has always been my dream and something I've been really good at. Well, if it's something it's your dream, it's something you're good at and you're passionate with, you're going to work harder at it and be excellent at it because it's fun for you. that, for you, because you love it, it's like playing. What I do here on YouTube, I love what I do here. Notice I do 2 to 3 videos a day, guys, between SSM and my other channel, They Did What, which if you haven't signed up, you should go check it out now. I love what I do, so it's not work to me. I mean, it is time consuming, don't get me wrong, and I got to research when I'm doing the videos and all the behind the scenes work, but I love what I do. So if this is what you love, you're going to excel at it. And making 6 figures out of school, in years to come, you could be making way more than that. Now that I have my goals within reach, a lot of women that had let me down early in life have been contacting me. I pay them no attention, 1, because I never trade what I already have, and 2, because they don't deserve my time and energy now because of how they treated me years back. Absolutely. No guy should ever give women attention when they reach that potential if those same women treated them like garbage when they were younger. Absolutely, bro. 100%. Could have said it better myself. Yeah. Notice how you are moving into being in your prime, doing well for yourself, 30s, experience, mature, resources, and you're moving up in the totem pole. They're moving down in the totem pole because they're not as visually appealing and attractive as they were in their prime, their 20s. But a lot of them still think they are. It's like, hey, you wouldn't give me the time of day back when I was younger, so why should I give you the time of day now? And of course, you got a great thing going with your girls, so don't screw that up. But a lot of guys get in their 30s, they're like, oh yes, these same girls, they like me now. No, it's because they've run out of options. That's why. I know you probably have a lot of listeners who might find themselves in a similar position, and I wanted to share my story so they know it's never too late to take the first step towards achieving your goals. Correct. I know my story may not be as wild as some others you have in the channel, but I want to share it to hopefully inspire some guys that may need some encouragement taking that same first step that I did. It's never too late. Go for it, bros. Hard work does pay off. Don't be discouraged if you hit a speed bump. As long as you're moving forward, you will get there. Thanks, SSM, for all your awesome work you do helping men all over the world. The world surely needs more people helping men with some of the issues that we face. Well, you're welcome, bro, and I'm so happy you wrote to me. I'm really happy to hear about your situation. It sucks what happened, but it is what it is. He was your boy. You raised him the best you could on your own. You didn't bail. You didn't give him away. And look how you're doing now. And so, guys, it is never too late. So if you're watching this now and you are 30s, 40s, 50s, whatever, and there's something in your life you're not happy with, you have the ability to fix it. You have the ability to change it. Nobody else can do it for you. You just have to make the choice saying, okay, whatever it is that I'm not happy with, I'm going to make a change right now. I'm going to take time to research on that little supercomputer you keep in your pocket called a smartphone. I'm going to Google and research everything I got to do to start learning about, to fix or improve whatever it needs fixing or improving. And I'm going to lay out a plan of action on how to start doing it. I'm going to lay out a time frame in which I want to start achieving this. And every day, take steps to move myself in that direction of whatever that may be. Better job, starting a business, losing 50 pounds, whatever the hell it is. Getting over shyness, becoming a good public speaker, making new friends, whatever. And take action every day. And every day, even though it may be a while before you get where you want to be, because you are every day doing a little something to help you along that path, you'll be feeling good that you're making progress. Okay, believe me. And then as you see yourself making progress and moving in the direction where you want to be, that's going to motivate you to work harder. And especially if it's something that you enjoy doing. You see what I'm getting at, guys? It can be done. But don't just sit around and expect that it's just going to magically happen. You got to take action. Masculine energy is about challenge and overcoming things and obstacles and stuff like that, and going for your goals and ambitions. That's what I'm trying to build here. So every one of you guys can do this. Look what he had to deal with. But it's better late than never. He's in his late 30s. His son's about to graduate high school, and now he's able to do what he wants to do. This is awesome. And he's got himself a great girl along too, and I say cool. Good for him. So awesome, brother. Glad to hear from you. Now, real quick, I'm going to share a couple quick emails, one from a guy and one from a girl that watched me. My work's helped them out, and they just wanted to share a quick email, so that was a good one to go over here at the end of this story. One guy says, hello, SSM. Just wanted to reach out and say thank you for your wonderful videos. They help the slow days at work go by a little faster, keeping me entertained while helping me learn to focus on what is important. Thanks to you and a few other folks in the community, I have been able to look inward and start making some adjustments to my attitude and behavior, as well as focusing on my purpose. Sweet, bro. Good for you. I definitely grew up a nice guy, and if I didn't have your advice as well as the advice from others, I can say I would have likely fallen into the same trap that many men have. This isn't a knock on my parents. They are wonderful people that I wouldn't trade for anything. They simply raised me to live in a world that no longer exists, and I've had to figure that out for myself. Bro, same thing happened to me. Took me to I would say it was about my mid to late 20s I really started to see in the light, so to speak. And then in my early 30s, everything was open up to me and I saw how things really were. Takes a while, but you get there. Instead of focusing on getting what's left of my, he says, instead I'm focusing on getting what's left of my debt squared away, learning all I can at work, and making a plan for investing in myself. Good. The best investment you can make is in yourself. First and foremost. Don't get me wrong, pay off your credit card debts and other shitty debts you may have, but at the same time, the best investment is you can make in yourself in terms of knowledge and experience, and that will have a ripple effect on everything else in your life. Thank you again for helping me swallow the crimson capsule, as well as helping countless other young men like myself. Keep up the good work, you beautiful sunglass-wearing bastard. Well, thank you, bro. I appreciate that. I'm glad you enjoy it. I'm glad it's helping you along. I just say keep doing what you're doing. Focus on yourself. Focus on learning, bettering yourself. Invest in yourself in terms of, buying books, buying whatever you got to do to educate yourself and to help yourself out. Like I said, all the time, train at the gym, eat healthy, get yourself some exercise. You don't need to look like a future Mr. Olympia, but you can work out, keep your body in shape. That's one part of the equation. Learn the basics about finance, about investing. It's not rocket science. I mean, at the end of the day, you got extra cash. You can put it in a good, well-diversified growth fund or exchange traded fund. That's an index fund that's well-diversified. And there you go, okay? It's not that hard. You don't have to sit around and study every single company and put it in this company. A well-diversified index fund, and you can pretty much go from there. But in terms of paying off debts, just simply look at your budget. Say, okay, I'm bringing in this much money in per month. Here's my budget and expenses. I'm going to cut corners here, and here to save money. And the extra money can pay off the credit card debts or whatever debts you got. And then, again, the extra cash you have, you can start investing for the future. And remember, think long term, be diversified. And if you're not really into all that stuff, just a very well diversified index fund, index exchange trade fund are good ones, and go from there. Now, this is not a financial channel, and this is not advice, remind you. This is entertainment, so I'm not a financial advisor. Understand that, please. Just been saying that now. But you get my point. And then go from there, and just every day trying to find a way to better yourself, just like the guy in this story here, and you will get there, whatever that goal may be. And the other email, this one's coming from a woman. And before you guys start grumbling, she's sincere here that my work that she likes has helped her as well. She says, hi SSM, I stumbled across your channel a while back after listening to some Kevin Samuels videos, and it's been an eye-opening to say the least. Brief backstory, I was raised by a toxic, damaged woman who generally didn't believe men have feelings, in the same way that women do. She says men's feelings were considered less than and not to be taken seriously. I've been with my husband for 30 years, and he's a great guy. I love him with all my heart, and I've been completely faithful to him. No worries there. And I take good care of him. But while he pampered me and treated me like a princess, I pretty much accepted that was my due, and not the sacrificial love he was giving me. You, Kevin, and several others broke through my complacency, and I finally shed the last remnants of my mother's attitude towards men and saw that I needed to treat him like the king he is. Yes, good for you. It's amazing how upbringing can impact people. She said right there, her mother's attitude that men pretty much didn't matter. That men were there to treat women like the queen, and this was her attitude in the beginning. Now, obviously, it sounds like she wasn't like her mom, but it was in there somewhere. She says, now I bring him coffee in bed instead of him bringing it to me. He's exhausted after work. I make it all about him and his needs. No problem. A home-cooked dinner, a hot shower, a strong back rub, and a BJ will set him good for a good night's sleep. I spend a lot more time pampering him these days because he's deserved it all along. What was a solid marriage is now pure titanium. We are happier than ever before, and you deserve some of the credit for that. Thanks very much for the impact you had in our lives. I hope many more women will get their eyes opened by your work. The world will be a better place. Best regards. Well, thank you very much, and I'm glad that you found my channel, and it's helped open your eyes, and you're treating your husband very well. He deserves it, believe me, because he's worked hard to take care of you, and if you have kids, your family, and he deserves it. So that's awesome. And as you said, your marriage is now titanium. Notice when you start treating him like the king and treating him the way he deserves, all of a sudden it's had a positive ripple effect on your marriage. That's it. Take out the entitlement, take out the brainwashing from the movement, as I call it, and look what you got there. And believe me, you're treating him like this, he's going to treat you back that way. And this is how it should be. Loyal, loving, supportive. If all marriages could be this way, we wouldn't be in the mess that we're in. So, good job for you. So, all right, guys, that was a good one. 3 brief stories here about success and purpose and helping each other out. Really good to hear that. So, all right, guys, that is it for today. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. And, guys, as I said before, if you got a great personal story you'd like to share with me, some struggles you've been through, something you've overcome, or you're having trouble and there's something that you are trying to overcome and need my advice, email me. The email is in the contact section of the About page of YouTube here for me. And just email me. And if it's definitely a good story, I'll do it in the future. Just give me time because I get a lot. As with articles and crazy stories, send it over. Just make sure it's well written. Doesn't make a difference if it's long, if it's a good story. I don't mind if it's long. We all like listening to them. And be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe. And I'll catch you next time.